Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are on the second part of our new series called Break It Down. And really, our goal is just that we break down some of the foster care basics. Who are the players? Who are the people and the resources that you need to know about, and we'll get into talking about court and different types of appointments that you might be invited to as a foster parent or someone connected to a foster care case. So we're starting with the helper of all helpers. We're going to look at the foster parent liaison. Amber works for South Carolina DSS. And Amber, will you just kind of introduce yourself to us really quick, and then we're going to talk about what is a foster parent liaison.
Sure. Hey guys, my name is Amber Peeples. I am the foster parent liaison with DSS. I have been with DSS for almost 10 years in a couple different capacities and have been in this role for about almost 2 years.
And this role is not new, but it's relatively new kind of in the history of DSS. So can you tell us a little bit about the role of the foster parent liaison? And then if you know kind of like how and why this role came about, can you tell us a little bit about that too?
Sure. So the foster parent liaison is really here just to help foster parents with any questions or concerns they might be having. We have a helpline that we answer during the day, and we have an email address that foster parents can email anytime. And we just try to help foster parents navigate the foster care world. We get questions. A wide variety of questions that might be they lost their caseworker's number, or they haven't been given the caseworker's contact information yet for a new placement, or they have finance questions. That's a big one that we get calls about. So it can really be a number of different things. New foster parents, old foster parents have been, well, I should say seasoned foster parents. They all call us with different questions, and we're just here to help them. We can connect them with the right people to answer the questions. Sometimes foster parents do reach out to us about specific case concerns that they may be dealing with. We can't, as the foster parent liaison role, we're not really able to change things that are going on with the case, but what we do is we help connect them with leadership in the county so that they can review the case, look at the situation, and address any concerns that might be present.
So you might not be the actual problem solver, but you are the connector to the right people, the right resources. And sometimes that is what we need because we just don't know where to go.
Right, right.
So when should a foster parent or, any of our stakeholders, I know you work with foster parents, kinship caregivers, sometimes parents and family members, you kind of connect with a wide range of our community members. So when should someone reach out to you or, the foster parent liaison?
Yeah, so anytime that a foster parent has a question, maybe their caseworker just isn't sure and they haven't been able to get the answer for them, or maybe they have a quick question and their caseworker hadn't answered the phone because she's busy doing whatever it may be, they can reach out to us. It doesn't have to be like a specific time in the case or anything like that. We will answer simple questions, things that are really just procedural. We can help educate foster parents on. We do that, and then, like I said, connect them with people who might be able to help with more specific things. But we get calls from even CPA employees trying to help their foster parents out. So wide variety of people that give us a call, and we can work on their problems.
And we'll put all of your contact information in the comments, but what really is the best or the recommended way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so we have a helpline that I mentioned before, and that's the 803-898-4174. Usually there are two liaisons. Right now we have an opening. We're trying to fill a vacancy, but so between the two of us, we are typically answering that phone regularly. And then we also have the FP Help email address, fphelp@dss.sc.gov. So those are the two best ways to reach us.
And Amber, you have kind of been a very dedicated professional in child welfare for a number of years before coming to the foster parent liaison role. What have been some of the challenges of this new position, and kind of what have you learned just over the scope of your career?
Yeah, so I think challenges, I think sometimes, we definitely understand and relate to foster parents when they're having struggles with cases. And I am someone who really likes to be able to fix problems, but in this role, it is like you said, we connect them with the right people. So that can be kind of a challenge because foster parents, they want us to be able to solve the problems for them. And there are some problems it's not within our power to solve. So
I think it's always a little more complex than we want it to be. We want things to be easy and certain, and they rarely are.
yes, absolutely. So that's probably one of the big challenges. I think over the years, my experience with DSS is just, I've really been able to see, like, we all just, I really look at my job and my role with DSS, and I just want to help. I want to help families. I want, people to understand what the goal is, and always try to remember that we should all be here for, what is the best interest of the child, and try to keep that at the center of things.
Yeah. When we can approach it as a team, and certainly the foster parent liaison is a part of the extended team, I think that we have much better outcomes. And when we could just believe, and sometimes it is challenging to believe that everyone really is doing their best, and has the best interest of the child and family, I think we're so much more successful, and really we can find the best outcomes for a child and a family when we approach it as a team. So I know I am very grateful to have you on my team. And those are some of the challenges, and you talked a little bit about what you love, being able to help. What are some of the best parts of your job?
In my role as the foster parent liaison, I have been able to meet and get to know so many different foster parents across the state. Previously, my work has mostly been in the Midlands, and so it's just been really nice to get to know foster parents from all over the state and hear about the amazing stories and things that they're doing to help children and families.
So when you think about, some of those stories, is there anything that you can share with us, maybe even recently? I know the work of fostering can sometimes feel overwhelming and be draining. And I can only imagine that the work of child welfare in a professional capacity can also be overwhelming and challenging, and maybe sometimes even discouraging. We're in social work month, and so thank you to you and to all of our social work professionals. But when you hear so much challenge, are there any stories that encourage you lately, like any moments that you can share with us that kind of bring joy and light to your day?
Yeah, so something that just sticks out recently, I was able to go and be in the field last week, and not something that I get to do often, but help out one of our counties that had a lot of children needing placement. And so I got to actually take some children to a couple foster homes, meet a foster family that was brand new. These were their first placements.
Wow.
And they took two of the three siblings, but after they took the girls, they decided, we do have the capacity to take the third sibling. And so the children actually ended up being able to return to relatives, but they were increasing their license so that they could get those siblings together. So I know that when foster parents are new, they come in like, we don't want to take off more than, taking on more than we can handle. But it was just nice to see, like, everyone wants to help as much as they can. And it's important to keep siblings together when we can do that.
That's awesome. Well, and props to that family for, being brand new and going from, two to three, and then saying that goodbye really quickly. I know that new placements are always a whirlwind, and it's exciting that those kids got to be with family. But I'm sure that stories like that and those kind of moments of seeing a family learn, okay, we can do this, seeing kids get to be able to stay together, seeing kids get to go back to family, that can feel really encouraging, I'm sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, with that, I think your role as a foster parent liaison, you're working with a lot of foster parents, very closely in partnership with Heartfelt Calling and the Foster Parent Association, kind of from start, to finish, even seeing those exit surveys as foster parents close their home for whatever reason. If you had a message, maybe it's for new foster parents or those considering, or maybe it's for all of us, what would be something that you want to share with foster parents right now?
I think one thing I try to tell new foster parents especially is, don't be afraid don't hesitate to call us and ask questions. We can make things, if we can make things just a little bit more simpler for you, we want to do that. So call us, ask questions. And, I always encourage foster parents to really try to find a community of foster parents that they connect with for support, because that's going to be their best support system, is people being able to connect with people who are going through the same things that they're going through. So I refer them to the foster parent associations in their county, and also like just the online communities, groups on Facebook can really just help.
Yeah, I know the Foster Parent Association in our county saved me when we first got started. So that is definitely good advice. Well, and as you know, as you encourage people to reach out to you, I will go ahead and share, you mentioned that you are the sole person in this position right now. So we could all give you a little bit of grace with your response time as you work to serve the entire state in this role. And hopefully we'll get a new person in that position soon, and we're really excited to meet whoever that is. So Amber, thank you so much. Just kind of as we log off, is there anything else that you want to share with our audience today?
I just wanted to say thanks, Kaylee. Thanks for your support and everything that Fostering Great Ideas does to support foster care and child welfare in South Carolina.
Thank you so much, Amber. And thanks to all of you. We'll see you next week to break down another foster care basic. Bye, everybody.
Bye.